done. Okay. Okay, that's just gonna. Okay. Just so you guys know, we're not hearing anything.
What about now? Ooh. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Can anyone in the chat that said they couldn't hear confirm that they can hear me now?
I can hear you.
Good, yay.
Thank you. Kristi, do you want to backtrack?
Before you guys can read, hopefully you all could see when I reviewed the closing comments, what we wanted to accomplish. You know, what this slide was is to realize that we have a really neat opportunity to impact Gear Up students. We have an impact to work with our counselors at our schools and our principals and our teachers and our families and our communities, not just Gear Up, but everybody to help be that person who can help answer some questions, help people see that there are opportunities for them, even if it's not right away down the road, so that we could be part of even like diversifying Wyoming's economy. You know, I was on it, like I had to go to meetings, the governor's task force for economic development. And it's all like, by the year 20, whatever, we want 67% of the population in Wyoming to have some type of a degree. That's not gonna happen. We're at like 30-some% right now. How are we going to make that happen when nobody else in the state is like, that's their primary target? There's not the effort there. So I think we just really need to ask parents what they need, what they might need, and use some of the strategies that Cole speak that we've talked about here in person to say, I need to really change how some of the things I'm doing things, because I do a lot of talking and telling. I'm really trying to engage those parents. Have the students do a skit about their parents. Have the, you know, draw something out of a hat. This is the question you need to ask. Whatever some of those strategies are, and try them. Not all at the same time, but say, you know what, my goal is to do 2 things different this year. When Alex spoke at the opening ceremony, he said 3 things. Remember, he said, if you can talk to 3 people and get 3 people to be Gear Up supporters in the fall that weren't before, then this spring you ask each 3 of those supporters to talk to 3 more supporters, and it just starts to evolve so that we don't have to say it's huge right now, that we're going to say we're going to get 1 more school counselor that we're going to focus on, another school counselor, another teacher, another administrator to understand more of what we do. So those are some of the things that we've wanted to talk about too. So there's still going to be some challenges, right? This is closing ceremonies, so it's Olympic time. So these are the Olympic rings, socially distanced, and wearing masks. Like we don't know, right? There's still going to be some challenges. We don't know if campuses are going to go virtual. We don't know if people are going to be wearing masks. We don't know if we're going to be able to be like shut out of schools or not shut out of schools. There's challenges, right? But I think we're the ones to try to provide hope to our families, to listen to our families, to help understand and be that person between the school if they're not comfortable talking to the school. So we have a lot that we can do. And there's obviously opportunities. So this is where I was trying to get the Gear Up, like not the Gear Up, the Olympic music. Dun, 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 dun. Because it is closing ceremonies. You know, so there are some opportunities to work together. So the rings are Olympic rings, but the goal is like unification, so that we're working with parents and we're working with students and we're working with higher education and we're working with community partners and we're working with school administration, so that we're working all on this together in order to improve Gear Up students' lives, in order to impact the Gear Up economy, Wyoming's economy with economic opportunities for advanced degrees. Because we have businesses that want to come to Wyoming. They want to come here, but they don't, because the population doesn't have the education that they need to work in their industries. So we have to like figure that out, and we have to be part of that solution. So I want to thank everybody for coming, to taking time out of their summers before school starts. For those of you who came to Casper, thank you for driving to Casper. There is a survey that is in the,
Move app, and you should get a notification email about that.
we really want your like, please respond. Like, tell us, here's the things I like, here's the things that I think would be changed for next year. Include things like time of year, include things like location. Don't be shy. That's the only reason we grow, is how we could improve. So we would really appreciate that. When we have this again, because I think we want to have it again, we're also hoping year 2 to involve more of you doing presentations of, here's an activity. Here's something that I did with my students that they loved. Here's a parent thing that went really good, so that we're not looking at it from Pool Speak's perspective. We're looking at a, here's something Tiffany did in Douglas. And wow, I tried this, it went well. Hey, everybody, let's learn from that. Okay. I do have a couple awards to give out. Alex, can you come up here? Maddie, can you come up here? So those of you, I told you like how cheap I am.
Those were me.
So I just could not let my children's medals, participation medals. Like, I'm like, what do you guys want to do with these? Because they're like participation in rec soccer. Really? I'm going to keep these. So now they are Gear Up medals.
But the actual Olympic medals are also recycled, just saying. They're made from recycled smartphones.
So these 3 people have been absolutely fabulous. So now this is why you cut the music idea. This is why. Like this. Thank you, huh? So Celeste, gold medal in SSI preparation and planning. Alex in SSI and Huva. The colors mean nothing. Maddie as well for helping be a huge part of this. Now they all have to do some type of, what would your Olympic sport be?
Prancing.
So there's also another award I want to give, okay? And this one I didn't know I was gonna give because I brought like a couple extras, and then somebody left and I'm like, oh, you leave, you don't get a medal. So I have a medal for somebody that, April, I'd like you to come up here. So for those of you who don't know, April is new. She's going to be a counselor, but she's not paid from Gear Up. She just wanted to know more about Gear Up and the opportunities Gear Up could have, because she's going to be a new career and college counselor at Central.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So she's friends with, a person coming already. This is on her own time and her own pocket. She's just
Don't
like,
tell my husband that, because he thinks y'all are still paying for it.
yeah. So we didn't have
It's gonna be a tax
time.
write-off, but we're gonna call it.
Yeah. So and so she's like, you know what? The teachers in Cheyenne need to know more about Gear Up. Oops, that went away.
No, I did it on purpose, so we weren't getting blinded.
Oh,
The other street's up.
so she's gonna get the Gear Up Wyoming Champion Award, because she's gonna be a newly elected champion for Gear Up, who's not a Gear Up person, but she's gonna help us. She's already talked about some things at YSAC. She's done things. Pressure is on.
No, I was gonna say, no pressure now, because you really gotta,
Because it's
like, I didn't have enough pressure already going into the fall, now cool.
right, but she's like, she's the one that said, we need to partnership more with Gear Up. We need to get teachers and
Actually, Jan and I both said it.
counselors. Yeah,
Let's just share this.
Janet too. She's friends with Janet, who's part of Gear Up already. So I just wanted to acknowledge and thank you for
Thank
coming.
you.
Thank you for your insights and being part of, like, us better understanding what we need to do.
Thanks for letting me get on my school counselor soapbox
Okay,
and not make me feel like an idiot for not knowing
Okay.
anything.
all
You're
right.
great.
So I also have some sad
Can I go
news.
sit down now?
You can sit down.
Oh, no, I can't.
So there's a little bit of sad news. It's happy sad, right? So Maddie
No.
is getting her graduate degree in data analytics. And she had an opportunity to be a full-time data analytics person. That she's working 100% remote, has opportunities for advancement to do what she wants to do down the road, not peon work, no, I'm just kidding. So unfortunately, Maddie is going to be leaving us. She has a week left, and we want to thank her for all the work she's done. She's been tremendous in helping us, taking a look at our data and running it at a monthly basis, doing a lot of things with file management and compliance related to data, our data manual and translating it into a step-by-step process that somebody could follow that isn't so hard to understand, like that is easy. And I really appreciate all the work that she's done. So Maddie's last day is going to be Friday the 13th.
That wasn't on purpose. I
Yeah, it
promise.
was.
It was not.
Because it's going to give me nightmares. But what I'm hoping to do is hire Maddie back as just like a part-time person, because she won't be working for the university anymore, and her position is 100% remote, and it's flexible a little, so that when we get the Parent 9 objective data report from Scribe, she can still help with that, so that when we get the new person, she can help train the new person. So that's kind of my plan, but she will be sorely missed, and I think all of you who've ever worked with Maddie know how sorely missed she's going to be. So as a thank you, Maddie has been, so Rebecca Dean.
Yes.
Dean has 2 of these, so I don't know where the camera is.
It's pointed at me.
Okay.
I see it.
So Rebecca Dean makes these beautiful wreaths, and I think the most we've heard out of it, Maddie, this whole week is, oh, that is the most beautiful wreath.
It's so pretty.
So EWC had to get back, because they had a meeting at 3 that they had to be at in Torrington. So I said, we have one she winner. Would you make me another wreath for the online person? We'll give it to him at the state meeting, so I can give Maddie one. And she said she would be pleased to give Maddie one of these. So Maddie is the winner of the wreath. And the winner of the online.
Callie, it's you.
Callie Erickson gets the wreath in September, because we already said we're not shipping it, because it's not allowable.
It's a big thing to
It's
share.
not allocable.
We've talked about
It's
this.
a big box. So, please fill out that survey. It's such a joy for us to hear your stories. When you have a story, please realize where we're at. We don't get the opportunity to work with students. We are more administrative than we want to be. But your little success stories, I forward. I forward to my supervisors, I forward them to staff, even if they're little things. Like LCCC had a student that was struggling, and a teacher said, wow, you've really improved. And he's like, yeah, my Gear Up coordinator really is working with me. And the teacher emailed the school counselor to say, they're in Gear Up. What's Gear Up doing with this kid? It's turned things around. And that got turned to the Gear Up coordinator to say, thank you, we're seeing some differences. So even if it's one student, just share those with us, because they mean the most to us. And we think the administrative daunting stuff, that's why we're doing the work. If you have questions, it's easy to find us. Gear Up Wyoming, Google. You'll find all of our information right there. And then share your ideas, so that when you say, I'm going to try something this year, and it works, even if it works just a little bit, be, hey, I tried a cool speak idea and we'll send it out. Because we want to know things that work. So don't feel afraid to try something, because if you're doing the same thing over and over and over, and you're not happy with your results, time to try something different. Okay? Because that's what I'm doing with the diet, and it's not working. I'm gaining, so I'm not doing things the right way. So thank you guys for coming today. Do you guys have anything else you would like to say?
Thank you all.
Thank you,
Yeah,
everyone.
thanks.
And do you guys see that Celeste and Alex have the same shirt on? You like took me
Yeah,
to.
that's kinda fun.
We went to Target.
Yes, I got them
They're twins
yesterday.
today.
So cute.
And I'm like, oh, that's a cute shirt. And they're like, oh, Alex has the same one on. I'm like, I didn't even like put.
You can't even process, yeah.
So thank you guys for everything. And we'll let you guys go. So take it.
Take cookies.
Safe travel.
Take the perishables.